Okay guys, back to Ask Scruff. Pretty much caught up with all the questions from when we're away. Now this one is actually really easy to answer. So flick it over. It's for Jan the Man. Salute to you, my friend. Post the question, Fib retracing, bulls and bears section, etc, etc. And you drew it on a 1 hour. Okay, correct. Don't draw fibs pretty much less than a 15-minute. Drew it at the wrong level. Well, when you draw on a fib, it's from a dedicated high to a dedicated low or vice versa. So it's not necessarily from level to level. Okay, it's from the candle wick to the candle wick. Okay, so everybody's had a little bit of chip into it, so don't really need to go through it. But the question is, when the price locks in at the 23.6 fib level, for a second, perhaps third time, do you take the trade once again? Attach the screenshot. Okay. The answer is yes. There are certain criteria within a fib. Now, the first criteria is once it's locked in stone and you've got your 2 points of attraction, the 0 and the 100, you then need to let the chart show its hand, which is the locking point of 23.6. Once that's been locked in, all of the levels stay valid till either the 0 or the 100 has been breached. Now, what it's essentially doing is the 23.6 is the chart showing its hand. It's basically come down the best part of a quarter, and you are assuming that it's going to continue that journey. Assumption is the mother of all screw-ups. We do know that, which is why you need to have other elements with it. That's where the bias tool comes in place, and also reading charts. If you've already got your direction in place, you can then either sort of look to trade away from the 23 in a continuation, and then you trade away from the 38, the 50, 61, 76 sort of thing. Or if you're going to counter trend and you trading into them, you would enter at a 23, be risk-free at 38 with an idea of getting out at 50 as a retracement. But as long as the price has not broke the 0 or 100, every time that goes to 23, you could, as long as the criteria of reading the chart is in place, take that back to the 38 and then continue to do that as the price bounce. It's called price bouncing. But you've also got to be careful. It's not a standalone thing. You can't just go, well, every time it hits the 23, I'm going to sell it. It's not quite as simple as that. Okay. But what it will tell you is it's an area of attraction, and every time the price is at that 23, it's going to do something. Now, it's either going to continue in the trend and break the 0, and in that case, once it's broke the 0, it'll move to 127.2, or it's going to come back on itself and its next stalling point is 38. Now, if you believe that 38.2 is going to break, its next stalling point is going to be 50, and then it'll move from the 50 to the 61.8 and so forth. So you're constantly making judgment calls based on the time of the trade. Now, if you're on an hourly chart, it could be 6 hours for it to come back to that 23. And the dynamics of the chart might have changed. So you have to read the chart again. That's why I read the chart at the top of every hour. So the answer in short is yes, you can take the trade again, but you must reevaluate what the direction you want to go in is at the time of entry. Catch you soon.